There are different ways to add IPCs to your IMS site. If this is the first time that you are adding units to your site and you need to input a large number, then we recommend you create a correctly formatted KML file and then import this into IMS. If you're only wanting to extend your site by a few IPCs, then this can be done by adding each one individually. In this video, we will show you how small additions to your existing site can be undertaken quickly from your phone or computer. To add an IPC, click on the cog button and then under Manage Assets, select Irrigation Devices. Here you can see any existing sprinklers on the farm. Click New Sprinkler. This brings up a form which needs to be filled in with the new IPC details. First, give the IPC a name that will help you identify the unit in the future. For example, Post 28 in Paddock 43 could be called IPC 43028. You then need to enter the device's serial number. The serial number is found on the label inside the IPC and can be seen through the clear plastic case. An IPC serial number always starts with zeros, but you do not need to add these into IMS. For example, if your label reads 016351, you would only enter 16351. If you enter a valid serial number, IMS will look up the MAC address of the radio device in the IPC and automatically enter it in the MAC address field. If it is not a valid serial number, the address field will not be populated. Check the serial number and contact Water Insight if the problem persists. Next is the farm ID and channel. If this is your first IPC being added into IMS, you'll need to enter these yourself. But if you've already added IPCs previously, then IMS will remember these for you and input them into the columns. The farm ID is the farm identifier, and it is allocated to a site when the farm is created. If your farm has not been allocated a farm ID, then please contact Water Insight. A radio channel is also assigned to you when you create your site. Radio channels can be numbered 1 to 25, but all the IPCs on your farm should be on the same channel. Next, choose the communications mode. This will tell the gateway how to communicate with the IPC in the field. Choose local mode if the IPC is within direct line of sight of the gateway and is less than 1,000 metres away. Otherwise, choose mesh for multi-hop mesh communications. Local will result in faster communications, but may well fail if the connection is marginal. Mesh communications take longer, but is reliable over terrain and distance. If in doubt, choose mesh. A third option is available for sites that use repeaters. Do not use this option if you have no repeaters. If you think you may need a repeater, then please contact Water Insight. To choose where the IPC will be positioned, we use the GPS location. There are multiple ways we can create this position. If you don't know the location of the post just yet, leave the values blank. This will place a dot at the centre of the farm and will allow you to go back and edit the location when you have specific coordinates. You can also add an IPC by placing a red dot inside the boundaries on the right-hand side map. This is better done on a large screen, such as your computer. Zoom in by holding the control button and then using your mouse to scroll. You can click to move the red dots as many times as you like. Placing the dot will bring up the coordinates of the position for you. Alternatively, if you know the latitude and longitude in decimal form, you can add this into the provided spaces and a dot will be placed on the map. If you're out in the field and working on your phone, then you can click the button that says Get Current Location. This will place the IPC directly where you are standing and is primarily used by installers who are adding IPCs to posts but don't have a pre-populated map already loaded into IMS. Lastly, select the group to which the IPC belongs. IMS allows you to create groups of IPCs based on hydraulic requirements, special purposes, location, and so on. Eventually the site will be scheduled based on the requirements of each group, but initially all IPCs belong to one group called All Sprinklers. If you haven't yet created the groups to which you want the device to belong, then select All. You can change it later. If the IPC is a spare unit or a part sprinkler, then use the adjacent sliders. Verify that you've entered all the information correctly, then click the Create button. Continue to add other devices as necessary. Once you're happy, click Update Gateway to synchronise your changes in IMS with your site. The last step is to deploy the IPC. When new units are sent from Water Insight, they are configured to be on Channel 3. You will need to use the Deploy feature, which will attempt to configure your IPCs with the correct channel and farm ID using the IMS gateway. IPCs can be deployed as a group or selected individually. Before running the deployment process, you will need to ensure the IPCs have had their magnets removed, are in the sun, and are close to the IMS gateway. To deploy an individual unit, open the Farm Settings menu, select Manage Assets and Irrigation Devices. Scroll or use the filter option to select any new device, select the More menu and choose Deploy. The INC will scan each selected IPC and attempt to reconfigure it to desired channel and farm ID. This process can take up to 1 minute per IPC, so depending on how many units have been added, this may take quite a while.